we did survive.
We're alive.
We appreciate everybody that
Yes.
reached out with regards to
Thank
the
you.
hurricane.
Yes.
We have slower sales today, down
Yeah.
to 16 items going out, and that is
Half the
a-okay in the big scheme of things. Just so much chaos going on that where it's like, okay,
We'll take it. It's fine.
yeah. But I did want to talk about the hurricane. So obviously the hurricane stayed further right than anticipated, further east. Let me talk more specific. Like the overhead view of me looking at the hurricane.
He's on the
from
right side of the
Yes.
U.S.
But it went further east than anticipated than anybody had with regards to the cone. So it hit harder than we expected. Obviously, that made it to where we did not like source on Friday because
Right.
we woke up and it was
Yeah,
like
no, there was no
crazy.
chance.
We did lose a couple shingles, so that's gonna cost us a little bit of money trying to get that repaired and fixed.
That's a call I need to make today.
Yeah, I get some quotes and we'll see where we can go from there. But so we have that going on. We did lose power as well. Our city, like 98% of the city lost power. Like basically everybody lost power. They're now currently up to 80%, and thankfully we're one of 20% that actually has power.
Very thankful.
We got it on on Saturday
Yeah.
night. So that was a bit of a struggle, of course. Anytime you realize how much AC is just such a glorious invention, like hot.
Electric and water. Like,
Yeah.
if we didn't have those, I don't know what I'd be like. Put me in a mental hospital.
The AC
I
was
would
just
not do well.
crucial. I can't sleep when it's like 80 something.
It's kind of hot.
No, thank you. So
Well, also, thank goodness it's not in the middle of the summer because that would have been even worse.
yeah, it could. So I guess it could be. Could say it could have
Always
been worse.
it could have been worse because, first of all, we have electric, and a lot of people don't. My mom and dad don't have power right now, so that's not good. And then when we were sourcing on Saturday, we drove to Charlotte, and those little towns on the way to Charlotte, I would tickle my throat and it might be bad. Okay. I don't know when they're going to ever have power. Like for a month, they're going to be out?
At least a week. Because there was so many trees down on power lines on the way to
It's awful.
Some of the sourcing. So we wanted to go further east than normal so that the places would not, because we had some that would have been somewhat, I wouldn't say local, but like a much shorter drive than, but they would have been very impacted, and it was community sales, and I would look at it, a community sale, as being like less likely to run with like good participation. Maybe you were going to have 8 families that were going to participate, now you have 3, you know, and you know, it just, I don't think it would have been good.
Nope.
So we did go source in Charlotte. It was nice. We did pretty
very well.
But it was just a lot of driving.
Really good, yes. We woke up at 4:20.
Yeah.
Saturday morning to go.
So that was rough.
That was really a long day.
But thankfully we have electric back.
Yes.
We can get back to some resemblance of normal.
Right. People are still in lines for gas and food and all that. So.
I will say, like, one of the things I did notice was, like, with this whole thing going on, like, the whole idea of putting on a sale to try to spur sales on our store just did not make sense to me.
No, that would have been, also, so Friday, like, when we had lost power, I still had to ship things. So my parents had a generator, so we were able to go over there, and I had everything boxed here just by daylight and a lantern, and put all my measurements and stuff on it. So when I got there, I just had to enter the data, print my labels, and then drop them off. So I was able to still keep up with the shipping, but it
made everything a little bit more difficult.
Yes.
At the end of the day. So, and whenever it gets to be that big of a challenge, if the obstacles were that much, we wouldn't do this full time.
For sure.
So you add the craziness of this, and then here we are. So all right. So we will jump into our sales. We got 16 items. I'm not going to pick this item up for the fear that I'm going to drop it or something like that. I don't know if it can be seen. Is it seen?
Yeah, they can see it.
All right. So this is a Sony receiver. It is very big. It is pretty heavy. And it's from 1969, and they had apparently, so doing my research, they had like 3 tiers of quality of these. This is the mid tier, which was pretty. It's still pretty desirable. Great. People want it. There can be a case, and if you have the case with it, it would probably increase the value by about $100.
I wish it had the case so it'd be easier to ship in.
Yeah. In this condition and everything, with it tested and working, $190 plus shipping. We paid $20. So we can't complain about that.
That was when I could have also shipped over the weekend, but I was like, nah, I'm going to save that for Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Next up, we have a Department 56.
Plus, it wouldn't have fit in the mail slot anyways, because the post office was closed, so we took things. So things that couldn't fit in the little teeny hole, are still waiting to be dropped off.
This is a Krispy Kreme Department 56. So anytime I find the Department 56 and it's got some sort of branding with it that goes with it,
like a collaboration,
I'm very much interested. Otherwise, I don't think I really am that intrigued with it anymore.
Oh, Department 56 stuff?
Like, well, just the generic stuff. Oh, okay. Like when we went to the garage sale this weekend, there was one that had a lot of Dickens, whatever, and just after a quick look through some of the stuff, it's like, this isn't going to be worth getting.
Your time or whatever.
But this one does not have the sign. No sign. Everything else is functioning. It turns on the top, the little...
Oh, that's cute.
I'm thinking, that part right there. It turns and everything, so it is fully functional, and it sold for $69.95 plus shipping.
That's great.
If it had the sign and everything and was in working condition, you're probably looking at closer to $100.
Yeah.
So that's where we came up with that particular price.
We got this at our local church. So for like
$10 each.
Yeah.
And we already sold the other one, so.
That's great.
But yeah, the one thing with that is we cannot drop it off until Friday.
The customer requested that we hold it until Friday. So I'll be in town when it comes. A Jeep backpack.
This is a Jeep roller bag, so you'll see the wheels on the bottom there. And we've had this for a long time. So this has been probably over a year, and we got $28.45 plus shipping.
Not worth the space that this took.
No, it's not.
Or time.
The blankets.
Oh, yeah, keep going to the next one. I gotta cut this open.
All right. Next up, we have, this is a Blu-ray, Mission Impossible: The Ultimate Collection. Trilogy, $11 plus shipping on that one.
Okay, here we go. This was the Harley towel that we sold once before, but as Aaron was saying in the video, my pictures almost look like it was a window reflection, which it was, but it's permanently in the towel. Like, so it's sun faded to a window design. So I updated the pictures and the title and description to explain all that, and it resold again for
$29 plus shipping.
Okay.
So not as much as what we initially sold it for, but again, I think making sure that we displayed the reasoning behind it.
We want them to know what they're getting.
Yes.
So.
This is Midnight Movies 4. We had, I think, 2 of these, and so this is the last one to sell. $18 plus shipping on that one.
Okay.
Next up, we have a quantity sale, which I love quantity sales. Yeah. These are great. They bought all 3 of these Lady Stetson.
Yeah,
colognes. And they paid $24.95 each, so the total is $74.85 plus shipping on that one. Love it, love it, love it. Next up, we've had these for a while. These are volleyball shoes.
Oh, these remind me of wrestling shoes.
Yeah.
Same look.
Volleyball, $15 plus shipping on those. Did sell via promoted listing, but we're happy to get the space back.
I wonder if we've had those a while.
Yes, we have.
Okay.
This is a Norman Rockwell Saturday Evening Post collection. And so we bought 4 of these, I think it was, for $50.
Yeah.
We already sold one for $200 and another one for like $60. So we're already well into the profit, and this one sold for $99.95 plus shipping.
So honestly, like, even though we don't have as many sales going out, we have good, some that are really good value.
We're still making money.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day. Obviously, it's
we're
not
paying
ideal.
The bills.
Not ideal, but you make the most out of what is going on. Next up, Donkey Kong Country 2 Game Boy Advance, $18.50 plus shipping on that one. This one I was kind of surprised on. It's 3 little action figures. They're all these little yellow guys, and I'm surprised I even looked twice at them.
Yeah,
I think
really.
I found these at a thrift store, but these 3 sold for $19.95 plus shipping, which you wouldn't think anything of it.
They don't have like a notable like.
They are called New Ray 1/18 plastic Nitro Circus action figures.
Strange.
We got $20 plus shipping.
Alrighty.
Did take a while for those to sell, but nevertheless, still good money. Next up, we have WWE 2K22, $10.95 plus shipping. Next up, Led Zeppelin. This is a 3-disc, and it's got a Blu-ray in there, actually.
Oh, cool. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the title says.
Oh, no. Yeah, Blu-ray.
There we go.
Thankfully.
So it's a 3-disc set. It has a Blu-ray, has 2 CDs, and that sold $12 plus shipping.
Luckily.
Our one record for the weekend, we sold an Alexander O'Neal self-titled 1985 first press with the shrink, and this sold $24.99 plus shipping. So that's a pretty good one there. Mm-hmm. And this is The Big Show, and this action figure sold $7.95 plus shipping. The good thing about that figure is he is definitely bigger than the other ones too. So like you know,
makes sense.
It's
accurate to size.
Everybody else is the same height, but not that one. And then the last item to sell. So this actually goes to.
We just got this.
Yeah,
Raya?
like a
Dragon.
avatar figure.
Avatar. That's right.
The Banshee would sit on top of here, and the head would move, and the wings would flap. And if it was complete and in working condition, it would sell for like 40 to 50. But the problem was this thing was corroded, so whenever you would move the mouth and stuff like that, it wouldn't make the noises.
Oh yeah.
So I just decided to junk the
actual Avatar
figure because this sold better by itself than it did with a broken Avatar.
Interesting.
So it's $19.95 plus shipping. What happens is, if you think about it, the people will just keep the little thing and then they'll take this and chunk it. Or
it's heavy.
Yeah, it's pretty heavy duty. But $19.95 plus shipping on that one. So
great.
That's the items for the day.
Alrighty. I don't see. Well, this I'm not gonna love shipping, or the backpack. Other than that.
Yeah.
Great.
So, I don't know. Did you want it to take packages, or did you want me to go to?
You should probably do your thing. And I don't even know if they'll be open. I don't know if they have power or whatever.
I'm gonna guess that
yesterday they weren't open.
Okay.
So we'll see.
More reason for me to go today.
Yep.
So I'll go to the thrift store. We still have a lot of items. I got a lot of listing to do. We do have an appointment later. We're going to share that information tomorrow.
Okay.
I figured we'd just talk about it tomorrow.
Okay.
So stay tuned.
Yes.
We do have some big news coming up.
Excited.
And then other than that, I think that's it.
Yeah. So we'll hope and pray that other people get a lot of power and the linemen are safe. And man, just looking at North Carolina, I just can't even. Like, they literally have to rebuild if they're alive.
Yeah, well, there's a lot. Some of it.
Their whole towns are gone.
The dams, the amount of water that hit these places in the mountains.
It's awful.
And,
but there was something brewing in the Gulf that I was worried it was going to be number 2 coming up like this weekend, but it's kind of sizzling out. So, thank God.
Yeah.
So. Yep. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
One.